I come to encourage your heart on today. Whatever it is that you're going through, the Father told me to tell you to let go of it. The Father told me to tell you to let go and to embrace change. It's okay sometimes to wonder, God, when is my breakthrough is going to happen? God, when is this is going to finally succeed in my life? The Father told me to tell you that if you give up the days of adversity that you have been in, if you give up the days of feeling alone, if you give up the days of feeling sadness, if you give up the days of feeling oppression, God said you would see my hand move. If you give up the days of you feeling betrayed and rejected, God said, I will be your refuge in the midst of the storm. I will be there to comfort you. I will be there to hold you. I will be there to lead you. But you got to let me lead you. You got to let me in your heart. You have to let me in your mind. God said, let go, embrace the change, embrace the purpose, embrace the call, embrace what I have for you. Because embracing the call, what I have for you, does not mean that you got to stay in a box. Embracing a call is getting out, walking in to what God called you to do. Embracing a call is surrounding yourself with new connections. New connections got to be your portion in this season. The old connections got to die. The old connections got to be departed from you, because the old connections can't go where God is taking you. It's time for a change. It's time for a new surrounding. God wants you to be surrounded with new people. God said, most of all, I want you to be surrounded in my presence. Don't be surrounded by too many people that will hinder what I'm doing in your life. Some people will hinder you and stop you from achieving their goal just because they haven't achieved their goal. But it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to arise. It's time for you to accomplish and do everything that God has for you to do. But you got to be willing to let him in. You got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to say, God, I don't know how the end gonna look like, but God, I trust you. When are we gonna stop trusting so much in man? And when we gonna trust God? Because God have need of you. God have need of you. He just wants you to come to him. He wants you to seek him, to seek his face, to turn from the wicked ways. Turn from old imagination of thoughts. Sometimes our thinking can stop and hinder God from what he wants to do in our lives. Sometimes us thinking the wrong negativity thing can cause us to miss out on what God's saying. Because whatever we think of is in our heart, and then we release it out of our mouth. That's why we got to be careful what we think, so we don't release the wrong thing out of our mouth. So we got to know and understand the difference in this season of what is God's reward and what is Satan's reward.